Can you make DIY lip gloss using only a gloss and some food coloring? We're gonna find out. Now, obviously, Pookies, I am the CEO of clear lip gloss. I've bought every clear lip gloss off the internet, so they actually do not exist anymore. Don't look. So I should be able to match this Charlotte Tilbury gloss that I like. I'm gonna start with a yellow. Now we have a yellow lip gloss, but how are we gonna get it to turn into this? A dash of red. Concentration. We're not there yet. Low key, I'm gonna put a blue drop. In here and then dip this into it so I can get like a little less. Now I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of white. I feel like the white is what's gonna like save her life. I'm gonna swatch the Charlotte Tilbury lip gloss that I like. Now let's swatch the one that I made using food coloring. They look the same. Yeah, I'm an artist. I know how to color match. I'm gonna do half and half on the lip. Now let's do mine. Oh, I ate. Can you make
that eso me parece cool.
3 beauty hacks I learned in Korea to achieve flawless makeup. 1. Stop using pimple patches to cover your pimples if you're gonna wear foundation after. It looks very obvious where you applied the pimple patch. Instead, use a clear exfoliating peel-off mask to cover your pimples. It dries completely clear, protects the pimple and removes impurities, and it also looks flawless under foundation. Now you can't even tell where you applied the pimple patch. 2. If your eye makeup always smudges, especially your eyeliner and mascara, use this magic sealer that seals your makeup from smudging. It's a tip every K-pop idol uses when performing and their makeup stays intact after hours of sweating. 3. If you want your makeup to look extra glowy without looking greasy, apply this liquid collagen mask on your cheeks before your foundation. It dries completely clear and it's so easy to apply and blend makeup on top. Now your cheeks have that natural dewy glow effect. Bonus, it's very satisfying to peel off your makeup after.
This is mercury metal. It's one of the only elements that's liquid at room temperature, and it's also very dense. It's even denser than lead, and it can float this bag of lead on top of it. Mercury is known for being very toxic, but in its metallic form, it's kind of okay to touch. This is because, as long as you don't have any...
This is what happens when you wipe out in the world's biggest wedding.
When
When you're going through a wipeout out there, it's almost hard to describe. It's like getting hit by a semi-truck and then getting beaten up by guys with 15 crowbars. And the entire time you have to relax. Like, it's the only way to preserve oxygen. That takes mental training, mental fortitude, and that was 12 years of experience. You reach a certain point where you can't feel anymore. It's just static. There's nothing really there. My eyes like can't absorb anymore because they're being pressed so hard. My ears can't hear anymore. My nerve endings can't feel anymore. It can't get much worse because I wouldn't be able to feel anymore. It's the consequence of riding these big waves that you gotta pay to play eventually. I trained my entire life for this. And for the rest of the day, I got my better big waves.
This was my hair 2 years ago today. For reference, this is my hair now. Let me tell you how it got this bad. And I thought this looked good, okay? So I had just hit the awkward length. It was too short to be a bob, too long to be a pixie cut. And I was very uncomfortable with it, so I got extensions. Really bad extensions. For probably $3,000, $2,000, I don't know. I thought I was taking really good care of these extensions, but looking back on this, there's no way I was. I feel like with extensions, if you don't know exactly how to take care of them, you're gonna damage your own hair. And that is usually not the hairdresser's fault. Like, look at that. Oh my gosh. This is like eyebrow blindness, but I had extensions blindness. You could see the tracks every single day all the time. And I eventually just got so fed up with it that I took them out myself, which was also a horrible idea and damaged my hair. And I was left broke because I spent all my money on extensions with broken hair. And that's why I'm so obsessed with hair care, you guys, okay? Because for the last 2 years, I've been obsessively taking good care of my hair. And yeah, people still comment all the time that my hair is damaged and looks bad, but compared to that, no. This was my hair 2 years.
Trying lipstick from Morocco. You rub the little dish and then bam, pigment. I had an idea. You guys saw me use this Moroccan clay pot as a lip stain. What if I made it into a lip gloss? Now, I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's open her up, take her top off, and look at this gold shine on the clay pot. You can see where I used it. Rub her foot on the edge here. It didn't pick up any pigment. Wait, honestly was not expecting to have any challenges. Wipe off the gloss brush and dip it in water instead, and then dip it down the pot and then put it back in the tube. It's a thought out plan. A cup of water, the cap to a hairspray bottle. I don't want to talk about it. Now this should work. Yes, I'm a scientist. Actually a genius. So interesting. Is that enough to mix into it? One more swatch, mix that in. A really good color. Moment of truth.
Guys, if you love ramen and you're in Korea, then you have to go visit this ramen library that I found in Seoul. And believe it or not, it's actually inside a Korean convenience store, and it has over 225 ramen flavors to choose from. Honestly, this is one of the coolest and craziest things I've seen during my trip so far. The tables are literally themed as different cup ramen. And guys, they have these really cool self-serve stations where you can make your own ramen. I ended up going with one of my favorite ramen. This is the pulda carbonara noodles, and I'm also getting the #1 selling ramen here, which is a spicy seafood ramen. I never had it before, so I'm really excited. But before that, they also have this fridge full of toppings that you can buy for your ramen. And the way this self-making ramen station works is by scanning the barcode on the bowl that they specifically gave you to cook the ramen that you chose. So you don't have to worry about how much water you put because it's already pre-measured for you. And I just can't believe I'm cooking a full ramen in a bowl with all the proper toppings in a convenience store. Like before this, I've only added eggs to my ramen if I was home. And I also get to add some mozzarella cheese to my carbonara noodles. And just like that, in under 4 minutes, both my ramens were perfectly cooked. So if you're in Korea and you love ramen, then you know where to go. Guys, if you love ramen and
Push. Good. Here we go. And. Attention all green screen kids and people.
This is my mom and I sprinting because we're about to miss our 15-hour flight to Abu Dhabi. Thankfully, everybody and their mothers are also flying to Abu Dhabi, I guess. And the long line gave us some extra time and we made it. A company is flying me out and they're flying me business class. This is my seat, or should I say room. This little seat opens up to a little storage compartment. There's a door that opens and closes for privacy. They gave me jammies to put on mid-flight. They also gave me this little vanity bag with socks, lotion, and natural spray. I don't know what I was expecting on this flight, but ambient lighting, that was not part of it. An hour in, it was dinner time and I honestly don't even know what I ordered, but the flight attendant set down this little tiny plate and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna starve on this flight, sick. Main entree, beef fillet with some mashed potatoes. Dessert was a scoop of strawberry and vanilla ice cream. Food coma hit hard, so it was time to put on my PJs. My jammies consisted of slippers, pants, and a long sleeve t-shirt. And before I knew it, I was ready to catch some Z's. When I got back to my seat, I was surprised to see my bed completely made, and sadly, I didn't even get to enjoy the rest of this flight because I slept through the entire thing. But hey, Abu Dhabi, I'm coming for ya.
Leaving Kool-Aid in my hair for 24 hours at Disneyland. I think I'm probably the only person in human history to do this. So I started in the hotel room in the morning and added a ton of little stripes of red to the back of my hair. I needed to make sure there were going to be enough of them that I could actually see them. And then it was time to go to Disneyland. Everything is still decorated for Halloween, so I was really excited to see all the decorations. And I got to go on the Halloween Haunted Mansion. I've never gone on it before. And I've never seen this movie, but it was super cute. And then we went on Pirates of the Caribbean, which is a water ride. So I was really scared my hair was going to get wet and wash out the Kool-Aid, so I covered it up and it was fine. And then I actually ended up dyeing my hair purple on accident. I'm very bad at eating food cleanly, if you can't tell. I did quite a few check-ins throughout the days to see how the Kool-Aid was going, and it looked pretty much bright red to me, and it definitely stained my sweatshirt. I pulled a JoJo and did not get the sword out of the stone, but I did break out of jail, which was very cool. By the end of the day, I felt like the Kool-Aid had faded a bit, so I decided I was going to leave it in overnight, and I washed my hair the next morning. And you guys, these are the results. Am I crazy? I thought Kool-Aid was
This is a perfect Japanese foil ball. How long will it take to make? I grabbed all my mom's aluminum foil and started with the first layer. After rolling the foil into a ball, the next step is to hammer. But my hammer just flattened the ball, so I need to add more layers. Hammer, add foil, hammer, add foil. And after that, I added some foil. I repeated this step for an hour and then I added some foil. Now we have a perfectly round aluminum foil ball. But it's not shiny yet, so time to sand it down. I'm starting with rough sandpaper and gradually moving to finer sandpaper. After an hour of sanding, my hands started cramping, so I bought some help. While we're sanding, hit subscribe because in the next video, I'll add one more layer of foil for every subscriber this video gets. After a whole day of hard work, it's finally done. This is a
If you can draw
Gucci got the glow. I drink till I'm drunk, smoke till I'm high, castle on the hill, wake up in the sky. You can't tell me I ain't fly.
And with that, the 2024 season comes to an end. Good night.
You're watching my...
It really was no miracle. What happened was just this. The wind began to switch, the house to pitch, and suddenly the wind began